Personal symbol or sigil cards can be used much in the same way as oracle cards. They can be in your space to remind you of what you want to focus on. They can be made with words or symbols. This one was done with words. I do not chase, I attract. And this one, release and trust, was using predominantly symbol. You can use an affirmation or just a short sentence of what you are wanting to bring into your space at the moment. I chose, I am divinely guided, inspired and protected. So now you go through, and I've written down the side the vowels, and you cross out each vowel that's in there. So cross out all the A's, cross out the E's. Next, I, and the O's. Sometimes you'll find that there'll be a lot of vowels in these, sometimes not. And then the U's. And so you cross those out as well. The next is you go through, and any letters that are doubled or with two or more of that letter, and then you just cross those all out. So it cuts them down to just a few consonants. If you've got a rather long phrase, there's a lot more letters than a shorter phrase. So you can cut it down to just 3 words that you start with. And here I've got my letters, and I've found out that I had missed some. So I just went through and recrossed those out, leaving me with M, V, L, Y, G, S and C. So you start to just draw each letter down on the paper. So I've gone from left to right and started with the M, gone on to the V, then the L, then the Y, just had a little stick on the end of the V, and then the G was actually a lowercase g, and then the S came in there as well. And the C, I made the C be right sort of around the outside, and then I just closed it up. So it created a circle. The next one I decided to go left to right, so I started with the C and moved backwards. So it's just a matter of playing around with I guess, arranging the letters in different ways. And then for the next one, I went a letter from each side. So left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, all the way to the center. And so you can add little bits to them as well. Like this one, I sort of did a few more of those little hook things on there. And then I decided that I liked the one in the middle, so this is what I'm using. The next step is to get some watercolor paper or just thick paper, and I drew around this card that I've already had, but it is actually 11 centimeters by 15 centimeters. And so you just get your pencil and you just can draw your symbol from how you see it, or you can do it in the same order as what you did originally, but sometimes they change, they're a bit different, and that's the way that they're meant to be. So you just pretty much copy down what you see onto the paper, and I usually use pencil first, and then I've gone around double there. And you can add extras. I've put in some arrows just for outward facing energy, like energy reflecting outwards. And there are circles on there, which I think they may be my symbols, my guides, I mean. And then from there I went on to just lay down some watercolor. So this is just sort of for the background. And I've used a really cool blue there, which has tones of red behind it. And then I just put in a little bit of pink. You can choose whatever colours that you sort of feel go with your symbol, like that make you feel what you're focusing on. And this is some nice blue that I've added in. Then I use some Liquitex Gold. Now this is liquid acrylic, and mine isn't really that great. It's a bit claggy and chunky, so, but I really love gold and I love to put gold in things. So what I've done here is just got the brush and sort of swizzled it out, so there's like little lines on it. Yeah. Then the next step is drying. I think this actually took the longest out of everything. It's drying the paper, the watercolors. So as you can see on the right hand side, I did, as I was waiting for the watercolors to dry, I just did it in pen and used colored pens. I think a little bit of crayon. And so you can actually do it with other things. You don't have to use watercolor. And then what I do is I just draw over the symbol again. This is with a black Sharpie, quite a thick one, that one. And my gold Posca pens, which I love. It's heaps of gold in this one. And then just draw around it. I also draw in there with my white Posca pen that I got as well. And you just sort of doodle on it and decorate it any way that you want. You can put dots on it. You can go around the edges of the symbols and just keep playing until you're happy with what you're seeing. Oh, I think there too I sort of made the gold crackle out with the pen. I thought that was really cool. That was quite interesting, making all that gold ripple out. And this is just going around the edges. Oh no, that's a bronze pen. I got some new pens from a garage sale, so I was playing with those as well. And I think right at the end I just went around the letters in gold. A lot of gold here. And then when you're happy with it, you can just cut it out. And then there you have your card. I also write the affirmation or the words on the back for me as well. And then you have your card. And each one you do, you can just put them together, use them as an oracle or when you need to remember.